Hey everyone, this is Chris Allman, and I am going to show you my studio remodel that I recently just did. I call it a studio. It's really just a big closet in our basement, but it was a space that was kind of grungy. I'll show you some pictures here as I'm talking. Kind of the way it used to look. It was just cinder blocks and really not a great place to spend time. I'd used it for years, but I thought, hey, let's try and make this a little better space, some place that I'd like to hang out. And, when I'm working there for hours, I wanted to feel at least halfway decent. And I wanted to do it without spending a ton of money. So the materials and the wood and things that I used are really affordable. I tried to find the best yet the cheapest options for things. So the finishing on it, I didn't spend a lot of time on that. I probably could have done a lot better job with that part of it, of the finishing, but it's more of like a workshop. It's kind of rustic, but still nice. So let me turn this around here and I'll walk you into my closet, my art closet, and I'll show you kind of what I've been working on and how everything turned out. So let me turn this sucker around quick. This is my basement. Little bonus, there's a game table that I built, but through this door is the closet. This is a little storage space back here, and right back here is my secret art closet. Let's back up here a little bit. See, walk you through the parts. I found these cheap little carpet square things, and they don't look great. This isn't something that you put into your living room, but for my studio down here, I think it is perfect. And I love the wall-to-wall carpet feeling. It's a nice, comfortable feeling. I could have easily thrown some rugs down here, but it would have looked sloppy and messy, even, much more sloppy than these lines of carpet squares and stuff. But overall, I think it turned out pretty good. I'm gonna get a new chair here. This is just a temporary chair, but this is a podcasting little work area here. I have a scanner, a little bit of soundproofing. Could probably do a little more soundproofing in here if I'm honest, because it has a little bit of an echo, but overall I think it's fine for now. But I have a scanner. I can quickly hook my computer up to it if I need to scan in some little pieces, parts and stuff. I bought a nice mixer here. I also use this for work, but it's a great tool. It's a Rode Podcaster, I think is what it's called. So it's specifically made for podcasting, but it could be used for any kind of voiceovers and basic recording and stuff. It's really nice and easy to use. If you look at some of the other pictures and stuff of the way this used to look, there was some piping up in here, and I went round and round about how I wanted to deal with that. And finally, I just built out the wall so I didn't have to build it around the piping. And that allowed me to create these shelves that are like kind of inset for storage, which turned out really nice. Instead of having to put shelves on a wall, I just built them into the wall because there was space between the actual wall and the cinder block walls. So it turned out pretty cool. I'm gonna keep working on what I'm gonna keep down here, but I got some pictures here and some old CDs that I don't think I even have a CD player anymore, but I still have the CDs. Some random things up here, paintings, fun things. This is the little Asian thing here is something my grandpa created, which is so random, but he must have went to some crafting class and created that, but I still have that, which I really think is cool. I have some art books here, some good stuff, and then there's some stuff here that I just bought because I plan to tear it up and maybe use it for collage and stuff. So form, space, and vision. There's a lot of cool little elements in there I'm just going to tear out and maybe use someday. I have some sketchbooks here. Need to do more in my sketchbooks. Some small little tiny canvases. Miscellaneous sketches, and of course, geez, it's very important. Here's all my, right behind me, right behind my actual table where my drawing table and art table is a lot of the pieces, parts that I use. Back up. This is a small space, and I'm just trying to figure out what to do with all the stuff here. I have some finished pieces I'm storing in a different area, but here's some canvases and things that I either need to rework or things that I'm gonna start from scratch. This one just came the other day. I'm starting a project for a friend, which I'm pretty excited about. I think that's it over here. Here's the main area, one of the most important. The music. I have a turntable, some records. I don't usually watch or listen to them a whole lot because it seems like when you put one on, it's like over in 2 seconds once you finally even get into working on stuff. So, but I have it there. Most important thing is to plug into the speakers with my iPhone. Here's my main area to throw all my stuff that I'm working on, or working with, I should say. All my brushes, different paints, squirt bottle, spray bottle. I have a lot of these little things that I use for scraping and scratching, which are really nice. Playing around with buying some other little tools and things that I can use for scraping and scratching. I haven't messed with these yet, obviously, because they're brand new, but interested to see what happens with these things. A little piece that I worked on that I'm kind of happy with. It's pretty cool. And here's the main work area. I tend to keep a lot of other paints here that I've been using and stuff up at the top of the thing. Obviously, if I work on a bigger piece, I can't do that, but those things end up landing there along with some of my other big things that I use there. This is a brick. I use this for when I want to flatten pieces and things. I throw a bunch of, these big buckets of heavy stuff, and I use this, I throw it on top of it to flatten things. Random paper, different stuff down here. Stuff shoved underneath here, trash can, other storage. There's a bucket, there's a box there full of plastic and scrap pieces for collage underneath there. That's my main workspace. I just bought this thing here, which is pretty cool. I'm gonna use this for work and stuff, but I'm trying it out here for my art. It's got 2 nice little lights built into it, plus a spot to put a secondary iPhone for video and stuff. So I've been testing that out. It's pretty cool so far. It was super cheap, like 20 bucks. So it's a cool way to get a second video on the things that you're recording. Let's see, what else? Let me close this. Got a door. Needs to be trimmed a little bit because it's once I put the carpet in, it started to catch a little bit, but I can trim that down. Back here is a storage area. Again, I was able to build these walls out from the actual walls that were there. So I have some storage back behind there. This here, I'm not sure if you can see it, but I had to block this in because of our water heater. But I can open that up and throw things back in there too for a little bit of extra storage. I tried to have creative ways to add some extra storage since it's such a small area. So again, I built in these shelves like this, but behind this is a lot of extra space. So this right here is a panel. I won't take it off right now, but it just pops off and I'm able to use that for storage up in there. The same thing down here. this is a big panel that just pops off, and it's stuck in there, you know, with little clamps and stuff, but it pops off and gives me some extra storage that I can throw things back in there. Let me open it up real quick. I don't even know what's back here. You know, additional canvases and paper and just other stuff. So I do have some storage here because of the way that I built the space. Get in there. There. I was going to do that over here too, but I was ready to be done. I might do that in the future, but these areas down below here are just all empty space. So I could easily do that same kind of thing down here to get extra space. The ceiling, I built this down off the rafters that are in our basement. And my original idea was I could also use this for storage as well, because these just pop up, so I could throw things up in there. And now, of course, I'm getting the wires stuck, but I don't know if I'll end up doing that or not. But there's also tons of space up in there too that I could just shove things. Let's see, what else? The lighting. You know, before I had I just had a bare single light bulb in here, and online I found these lights. They're pretty affordable. I want to say $150, $200 for 4 of them. And what's cool, I mean, the lighting looks great in here, especially over here in my workspace. It's just really well lit. But what's cool about these is they're also color changing. So you can get 3 different color temperatures. So you can get at least a decent idea of what your stuff is going to look like with a click. One click, it can just change it to a different light, so it can show you what it's going to look like maybe with natural light and indoor light. And it's a pretty cool feature. I haven't messed with them too much because I really like the temperature in here now. But yeah, they're pretty cool, pretty affordable. And I just hooked them all together and wired them into the light that was up there before, the wire for the light up there before, and I go to the light switch so I can turn them on and off, which is nice. I think that's it. Let me give you let me change this over and I'll give you a wide view. So here's the whole space again. My art closet, my tiny, tiny art closet. It's pretty tight, but it feels pretty cozy. I have some storage. I wish I had more storage, but you know what? I did the best I could with what I had, the space I had to work with. And it feels 1,000 times better than it did before with the grungy, cold walls and beat up old rugs and things. And I'm able to use it for podcasting and recording and video too. Crappy old chair. I'm gonna get another one, but it's good for now. Yeah, and that's about it. Just thought I'd show this off and show an example of how you can actually turn a small space into something that you actually want to spend time in when you're creating your art. And it can be pretty functional, unless you need a huge space for big pieces and if you jump around like a gymnast when you're creating your art and stuff. But for me, at least for now, it's a pretty good space. Oh, and there's my dog bed. The dog comes down here and hangs out with me too. She loves it. That's all I got. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll talk to you soon.